Shalom, shalom, family. Giving all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High and His Son. All praises for another Shabbat, family. We done made it another week. Lord will, y'all got to take care of all your business, man. Got some things knocked out. You got some rest this week. Just giving all honor and glory, man, that Lord will, everybody home is at peace. Everybody is finding that will to love and that happiness, man. Today's class, Longsuffering. Don't lose faith in time of trouble. Man, long-suffering is kind of been on my mind for a minute now. I think it's something we don't talk about a lot directly. It's because long-suffering and faith go hand in hand, man. Long-suffering, give me the definition real quick. I was going to try to do it without it. I can't do it. Gotta have that definition, man. Long-suffering. Having or showing patience in spite of trouble, and it says especially caused by other people, but in spite of your troubles, you're able to keep moving forward. You're able to keep going forward and moving on, being able to let things go. You know, that's a part of long suffering as well. Being able to understand when you're in that valley, the peak is coming, and being able to understand when the peak is here, the valley is coming.
That's right.
It's long suffering is a part of life, man, but that's how you grow. You can't grow without that long suffering. The Lord really got to see if you want it. He's going to make you prove it. But having the Lord in your corner is the biggest reason to have faith, and we're going to talk about it today, man. Give me Proverbs 8:33. Read it when you get a chance, brother.
Proverbs chapter 8:33.
Read.
Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not.
This is, man, every class, bro. 3 simple steps. Hear instructions, be wise, and the hardest part is to refuse it not. Read.
Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my door.
This is going to be very important for this class. Watching at his gates, being at his doorsteps, be times. This is what keeps you out of a lot of that problems when those waves and the winds is starting to blow. Having that faith and being at his door, be times, keeps you in a safe place.
That's right.
Read.
For whoso findeth me, findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord.
Read.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Man, let's get into it, man. Genesis 37. We're going to read about Joseph today, man. Joseph went through a lot in his lifetime, man, and this is just one story. Really, this is probably going to be a 2-part class. Joseph went through a lot of long suffering, man.
Bring it out.
He went through a lot to show his faith in the Most High. He went through a lot to show the brothers and the sisters that are us of today that all things are possible. No matter what others are saying, no matter what people are going through, no matter what that outside noise is, we listen to Christ.
That's right.
Because when Christ give you your assignment, when Christ give you your role, when Christ give you your future, tells you what needs to be done, and he's chosen you to do it, man, there's nothing else like it. It's actually, you get that life of purpose. Read this for me, y'all.
The book of Genesis, chapter 37. And Jacob dwelt in a land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren.
Read.
And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives.
Read.
And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report.
Read on.
Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors.
Now, this is where the issue began. When it says Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children because he was his son of his old age. Now, we all know how many brothers that Joseph has. So how do you think they're going to feel when they find out Pops love him more than everybody else?
Bring it out.
Read.
And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him.
They did what?
They hated him.
They did what?
They hated him.
Read.
And could not speak peaceably unto him.
They couldn't even speak peace to their brother. Off top, we hate him today, right now. This is just the beginning of Joseph's journey. How would you be able to move on and move throughout life when the brothers supposed to be your kin, closest to kin, supposed to be the closest people you got in your life, they hate on you from the beginning?
Bring it out.
Man, let's give me James 3:13. This is what I mean by long suffering. The story just started. We didn't even got that far into the story. Brother already has his own kin, his own brethren hating on him because the father has shown him more love.
Bring it out.
Read.
James 3:13.
Read.
Who is a wise man and endued with the knowledge among you?
Read.
Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom.
We tend to forget this when we're going through problems. It says, who is a wise man endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out a good conversation, his work with meekness of wisdom. Is his brother showing that type of love to him?
Bring it out.
When things aren't going our way, or we're not feeling like we're the man in a situation, or we're not feeling like we're supposed to be on top, or we not that guy that was given that knowledge, we start to hate.
That's right.
Read.
But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth.
This is all that his brothers is feeling right now. They got envy and strife in their heart. Lie not against the truth, because now they're opposing the truth. They don't want to see their brother become bigger and better than them. Even though the Lord is calling onto him, his brothers is not liking what that's looking like. They're not liking that they're not the guy that the Lord chose to do this mission. They're not liking that they wasn't chosen.
Bring it out.
That's where that betrayal is starting to come. Read.
This wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
Read.
For where envying and strife is, there is confusion.
There's what?
There is confusion.
Read.
In every evil work.
So no matter how this is going to shake, there's going to be confusion and every evil work because the brothers are bringing strife. Now, how do y'all think Joseph feel about this situation? This is why he must have long suffering and not to lose faith in his time of trouble. That could have steered him wrong from the beginning, having his brothers hate on him.
Sure.
Because we just learning that they hating on him. We don't know what actions is coming behind that hate.
Bring it out.
How hard do y'all really think they made Joseph's life? This is the beginning of that long suffering. Read.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure.
Read.
Then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated.
His brothers are not they're not showing this. It says the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated. Read on.
Full of mercy and good fruit.
They're not showing no good fruits right now. How would you feel, man? You come home, and this is a story for a lot of brothers and sisters when we first got into this walk.
That's right.
We got excited, man. We was happy to find the truth. We was happy to have our eyes open into more knowledge, feeling like we had a bigger purpose, a part of a bigger picture. And we bring that to the loved ones that's closest to us, and they reject it.
Right.
Not only did they reject it, they rejected us because of we were a part of it. Joseph is dealing with that same thing. So for my brothers and sisters that's really having that hard time, making that transition, coming into this walk, you can't lose faith now. This is just the beginning.
Let's bring it out.
This is going to happen. It's a part of because this is the trouble. You got to have faith throughout the trouble.
That's right. Teach that.
Read.
Without partiality.
Man.
And without hypocrisy.
See, when you start to have Christ on your side, you start to feel what a real brother is like. You start to see what a real father is like.
That's right.
You start to see what a real family is like.
Bring it out.
And when you start to point out that your family is not exhibiting these principles, these traits that Christ is showing you, that's when that long suffering really started to begin, bro. You start to see that the family around you don't like life. They don't actually want to be a part of the bigger picture. They don't want to come to Christ because everything you speaking to them is evil. Read.
And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace.
We coming to make peace. But it's not seen as that when you've never felt the love of Christ. And you need the love of Christ when you're going through this walk of long suffering.
That's right.
So that's why this story of Joseph is so important, because a lot of us go through this on a daily basis. It might not be your brothers hating on you. It can be your mother. It can be your father, best friends that you grew up with, or it can be your own mind that's holding you back from that path that you're supposed to be on. Let's get back to Genesis 37:5. Joseph, man, as you read this story, you're going to see, like, I want y'all to count how many times Joseph ever uttered anything of doubt, or if he uttered anything to where this negativity around him fazed him. Read this for me, y'all.
Genesis 37:5.
Read.
And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more.
Ain't that crazy? You got a talent, right? Remember when we was reading Corinthians 12 about the diversities of gifts? Everybody was given different things. Everybody was given different skills. Imagine you showing that skills to your most loved ones that are around you, and they hate on you for it. Does that sound like the love of Christ?
Bring it out.
That sounds like long suffering, bro. Want to know why? Because the brothers, they losing faith. And Joseph is seeing that. I'm just showing y'all my talent that I'm able to interpret dreams. And the first thing y'all tell me is, you ain't really that good. Or, that's not what that means. Dad, you hear this? Read on, up.
And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed.
Read.
For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf.
Read.
And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us?
Oh, you gonna be ahead of us? Read.
Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us?
Read.
And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words.
Man, I'm just telling y'all what I seen in my dream. I'm just telling y'all what happened. I'm breaking the dream down as the dream has been given to me. But the first thing y'all do is hate. Have you ever tried to tell someone the truth or express something to your family that was very important unto you and they didn't show you the support that you needed? Or you never grew up with that support. You don't know what support really feel like. You don't know when you give your idea to somebody and they're able to help you game plan for that idea.
Bring it out.
They just tell you it sucks. Because they don't want you to be better than them. Have you ever noticed when you tell somebody else dreams that are bigger than them, they don't like it? Because usually they're mad that they didn't come up with it before.
That's right.
It's that when you bring in things that's too high for a fool, bro. Read.
And he dreamed yet another dream.
Man, he's still getting on their nerves. Read.
And told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's coming. And we're going to get to why he's having these dreams. We're going to get to that. Read.
And he told it to his father.
Read.
And to his brethren.
Read.
And his father rebuked him.
Even his dad was tripping on him. Like, what are you talking about, son? How would you feel if that was happening to you, bro? I'm just trying to show y'all what I've been shown, what I've been given. the gifts, the skills that I got. And everybody looking down on me like I'm doing something wrong. Are you going to be able to push through that? Are you going to be able to fight through that?
Bring it out.
Are you going to let other people's opinions tear you off of the path that God got you on? This is what I mean by the love of Christ. Read.
And his father rebuked him.
He did what?
And his father rebuked him.
Read.
And said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed?
Read.
Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth?
Am I going to bow down to my own son? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You see how all these questions coming in and out? See how everybody's can't wrap their mind around what he's trying to say? What if they just supported him?
Right.
If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. What if you were just there for him? Said, man, where is this dream coming from? Where did you get this idea? They're not even asking the right questions because they're offended. Give me Numbers 12:1. Somebody else dealt with some of these same issues, man. Same problems Joseph going through.
Bring it out.
Somebody dealt with the same thing. This is what I mean by the long suffering. Don't lose faith in time of trouble. Because all of this is going on around him. He's on his journey. He's on his path. And his own family, they hating on him. They don't want to see him succeed. They don't want to see him flourish. Are you going to be able to fight through something like that? It's a lot of people that go through that today. Read.
Numbers 12. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman who he had married.
Read.
For he had married an Ethiopian woman.
He really didn't. Read.
And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses?
You see how they triggered? Is God only speaking through you? Read.
Hath he not also spoken by us?
You see how everybody get offended when they not the chosen one? They're not able to sit in their own roles. It's hard being a role player, bro. Everybody want to be the star.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
I just need you to sit in that corner and shoot threes.
That's right.
I don't need you dribbling. I don't need you playmaking. I need you to go in that corner, switch corners, left to, that's all I need you. Baseline to baseline.
That's right.
They want to be the star, bro. They want to do the dribble moves. They've been practicing. They think they Iverson. You see what I'm saying, though? When they're not the star, it's a problem. How do you know you built to be the star?
That's right.
Read.
Now the man Moses was very meek, and above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Read.
And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron.
You see the Lord dealing with them because he said he spoke unto Moses and to Aaron. He ain't speaking to nobody else. Read.
And unto Miriam.
Read.
Come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out.
Read.
And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream.
In a what?
In a dream.
Joseph had a what?
A dream.
So I'm trying to... This is where the long suffering becomes a big thing. Because most of the stars that you know in your life, people that you know just move different, people that you can see got a different type of spirit on them, people that you can see really have a drive for excellence, they go through the most long suffering. Because they got the most haters.
Bring it out.
Hey, but bro, this is his brother and his sister. These ain't people from the block that knew him growing up. These are people in his own house. This is his brother and his sister.
That's right.
Coming after him. Can you deal with adversity like that? That's adversity, bro.
That's right.
Christ got you on your road. He got you on your path, whatever that path may be. Whatever you fighting to correct right now, when this type of roadblock comes, are you able to get over that roadblock? Are you able to be patient with the Lord? Are you actually going to pray to Christ or you're going to try to take care of it yourself? Because you see, when the Lord sees somebody getting out of line with you, he going to take care of it. Read.
My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house.
Read.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
Read.
And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?
You weren't even afraid to speak against him, not knowing that that's my dude. I'm only speaking to him. I'm using him to lead y'all. I trust him because he's been the most faithful in the house. Most of the people that want to be the star, they're not even the faithful person, bro. They can't even change on their own accord, but they want God to use them. But do y'all understand this is what I mean by you can't lose faith. When you're going through things like this, you can't lose faith.
That's right.
Because you see that the Lord is going to come to your rescue. He's coming to get his servants. You being faithful, you being loyal to the Most High and his Son. You staying on course. You not straying away. Staying on that narrow path. That's what the Lord asks you to do. Don't worry about all that outside chatter. I know it's hard when it's your brother and your sister. I know it's hard when it's your mother and your father. I know it's hard when them the cousins you grew up with, you've been looking up to them. And when they start hating, guess what? They looking up to you now. That's really what they hating. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Give me Matthew 21 and 21. It's why you got to have that faith. The Lord came to Moses' rescue with the quickness on his brother and his sister.
That's right.
Speaking blasphemous on his name, speaking lies. Right. Lord, you don't see he married this Ethiopian woman. They don't know him and the Lord already talked about this. Read this for me, y'all.
Matthew 21:21.
Read.
Christ answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not. This is
the most important part of this scripture, bro. It says if you have faith and doubt not, because if you got faith, you're not going to doubt. That's right. Now, don't get me wrong. This is easier said than done.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to doubt when your own family is telling you you can't do it.
Teach.
It's hard not to doubt when the people you thought was going to have your back the most turn their back on you. But guess what? That's what Christ is here to do. He's here to show you that I got your back. When all these people turning their back on you for coming to me, they going to get their reward. Read.
Ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree,
read,
but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
That's the power that we possess when we got faith in the Most High and his Son. I want to move a mountain. The Lord said, if you ask, ye shall be received, because you my humble and faithful servant. This is what Joseph is showing the family. This is what Moses is showing the family. We're going to get to a couple of other people in the Bible that was doing the same thing.
Bring it out.
But they was willing to go through that long suffering. They never lost faith. All of the world around them is crashing. They never lost faith. Read.
In all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing.
Doing what?
Believing.
Doing what?
Believing.
Read.
Ye shall receive.
And that's what your family, they not seeing. They don't believe in you, bro. And that's what you need to know, that a support system believes in you.
That's right.
Whether they your family that you grew up with or the family that you found. They believe in you. They want to nurture you. And most of the time, the people around you, like when he says the prophet, I'll give a prophet to you and I'll speak to him. Most of the time, bro, you know who the prophet is.
Believe that.
You do. And that's usually why you got the most haters, because you are the prophet. They can see that aura, that spirit. They can see it on you. Why do you think Moses' brothers and sisters tripping on him like that? Wait till y'all see what Joseph's brothers do to him. Get it, Genesis 37 and 11. Let's get back to it, man. Read this from y'all.
Genesis 37 and 11.
Read. Sure?
And his brethren envied him.
They envied him. Read.
But his father observed the same.
So hold up. The dad like, hey, man, let me take a minute to think about this. Because, you know, at first, Pop popped off on him. What you mean me and your mama going to be serving you? What? Jump down to verse 15.
Verse 15. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field, and the man asked him, saying, what seekest thou?
The father told him where his brothers was, and he's looking for his brothers. Read.
And he said, I seek my brethren.
Read.
Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks.
Man, read.
And the man said, they are departed hence, for I heard them saying, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan.
Read.
And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him.
They did what?
They conspired against him.
Read.
To slay him.
To do what?
To slay him.
Do y'all not know these are his brothers? They got the same daddy. they got the same, you know, they ain't got all the same mamas, but they got the same father, bro. These are his brothers conspiring to slay him. Tell me right now, what reason do they have to slay him? Give me St. Matthew's 26 and 1. Do y'all see why you can't lose faith in the Most High and His Son?
That's right. Bring it out.
You can't lose faith in the Most High and His Son. What if Joseph started turning his back on Christ because his brothers didn't agree with his path, didn't agree with his journey, didn't agree with the vision that the Lord gave him? He would have got demolished. He would have been destroyed. At what expense? For believing his brothers that the Lord did not choose? Let's see who else this happened to. Read.
St. Matthew, chapter 26. And it came to pass, when Christ had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples,
Read.
Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified.
So he letting them know what's going down. Read.
Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Christ by subtlety and kill him.
Please, what reason did they have to kill Christ? What reason? What reason did they have to kill Christ? This is the same thing. Joseph went through it. Moses went through it. Christ, our Lord and Savior, went through it. They got the long suffering. They never lost faith. Christ knew he was going to get slaughtered and still never lost faith.
That's right.
What if you what if you lived your entire life knowing the day of your death? Would you still stay on path?
Bring it out.
Long suffering. Don't lose faith in time of trouble. This is troubled times.
That's right. That's right. Teach that.
You are out spreading the word of Christ. Joseph literally just broke down his dream to his brothers, letting them know what's coming. They seen it as an attack. They was offended. They didn't like that. Christ preaching to the masses, telling you that, hey, them teachers that you got over there, they wrong. Pharisees, Sadducees, they just trying to fill their own belly. This is the word of Christ. Follow me. Go whithersoever the Lamb may go. But when you don't have faith, you'll let this noise, you'll let it get to you. You'll start to think, maybe this isn't my path. Maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Maybe my family's right. That's the best one right there. Maybe my family's right.
Bring it out.
Man, this is why you need the faith of Christ.
That's right.
Christ is your real father. And until you believe that these things, when they come into your life, these obstacles, when these winds start coming into your life, when that valley starts to get deeper and deeper and deeper, and you feel like you can't see no light, you're going to stop praying to Christ. because you're going to stop believing. You're going to start losing hope. But that's what the part of long... Let me get the definition again, brother. Because I think the ending really started to make sense now. At first, I wasn't going to read it, but let's see. It says, having or showing patience in spite of trouble, especially those caused by other people.
Bring it out.
Hey, bro. I can't make this up, man. It says especially caused by other people. Your brother, your mother, your father, your sisters, aunties, uncles, all of the unbelievers. When the Lord says unbelievers, he's not just saying the people that's outside. All the people that are in disbelief, whether you know them personally or not. Having or showing patience in spite of trouble. Can you show patience when things are not going your way?
Bring it out.
Can you show patience when things are looking bleak? Gotta have patience in spite of the trouble, because the trouble gonna come. Our own Lord and Savior face trouble on a daily basis. Our brother Joseph is facing trouble within his own home. His brothers are conspiring to kill him. But guess what? Joseph's still moving forward. We have yet to read a verse about Joseph losing faith.
That's right.
We have yet to find out if Joseph's still in the game, because he ain't letting nothing of this affect him. He gave y'all the dream. He told y'all what it is. If you don't like it, deal with it. Because he following Christ, because Christ is his real father. Moses was following Christ because Christ was his real father. And you seen Moses came to his defense. What you think he gonna do for Joseph? Let's get back to it, brother. Give me Genesis 37 and 19. I'm speaking on Joseph and his family and what he's going through, but these hardships can be applied to anybody's life. Whatever hardship it may be. It may be a medical hardship. It may be with your children and their hardships. Maybe you're not able to see your children as much as you would like. Whatever your hardship may be, are you able to push through it?
That's right.
Do you believe that Christ can pull you out of that fire or not?
That's right.
Because you know who had faith? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Bring it out.
That's faith, bro.
That's right.
That's right.
And guess what? You in that fire too. You are in that fire. Joseph is in a fire right now. Your brother's hating on you. That's a fire. Somebody sound the alarm. But guess what? He got faith. You know who had faith? Daniel.
Bring it out.
In a lion's den.
Yeah.
You are in that lion's den, brother.
That's right.
Sister, are you going to be able to fight your way out with your faith? Abraham, he was the father of faith. Are you going to follow his example, or are you going to think your family is right? Because most of the time, your family that's hating on you like this, you ain't never seen them pray. They don't have a quiet spot to even talk to God. When the last time they showed up to a Shabbat? When the last time you see them actually do what they say they're going to do? Is their life changing for the better, or is it getting worse every time you see them? You really got to start verifying the people that are trying to judge you. Look at their life. It'll tell you a lot.
That's right.
Genesis 37 and 19, brother.
Genesis 37 and 19.
Read.
And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh.
They already speaking under their breath. Here come the dreamer. Read.
Come now, therefore, and let us slay him.
Read.
And cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beast had devoured him. And we shall see what will become of his dream.
This is another reason why you need the Most High Son in your life. You don't never know when people are conspiring against you like this.
Bring it out.
You can be living your merry life. It's lit. What is that? Give me Ephesians 6 real quick. Ephesians 6. Here's what I want. Give me 6 and 12 real quick, brother. Actually, start at 11.
Ephesians 6 and 11.
Read.
Put on the whole armor of God, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
I bet you never thought the wiles of the devil was going to be your own brothers and sisters.
Bring it out.
I bet you thought the wiles of the devil was never going to be your mother and your father. Your grandmother that's been cooking you all these great meals, I bet you never thought she was going to be the wiles of the devil that you needed to be protected from. Read.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. Read.
But against principality.
Read.
Against power.
Read.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You don't think your brothers plotting and scheming to slay you without you knowing is spiritual wickedness? What kind of spirit they got to have on them to want to slay their brother?
Bring it out.
For dreaming. Is that not principalities? Is that not against powers? Against rulers of the darkness of this world? That's darkness, bro. And guess what? Joseph he didn't even see it coming. He knew they was hating on him, but guess what? He still was trying to go out there and feed the flock with his brothers. He was still showing the love of Christ. But this is why you cannot leave the house without that armor of God. You never know what wiles of the devil is waiting on you.
That's right.
So if you go out there unprotected, bro, you're going to get knocked off. Let's get back. All praises to the Most High and His Son, bro. All praises to the Most High and His Son. Where was we at?
Verse 21.
Read that for me out.
And Reuben heard it and delivered him out of their hand.
Read.
And said, let us not kill him.
Big brother Reuben, man, he trying to come up with a scheme. He got all the young brothers, man, trying to kill the young ox. He trying to figure out something. Read.
And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness.
Read.
And lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again.
Reuben thought he could convince the rest of the brothers, man, just sit him in this pit. Don't put hands on him. Just so when everybody, all the chatter went down and they left, he can come back and get his brother, bring him back to Pops. Read.
And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren,
read,
that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors was on him.
Read.
And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it.
There was no water in it. Read.
And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt.
Read.
And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
Read.
Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content.
Now they want to say he our brother and he our flesh. Let's not kill him. Let's just sell him. That's better. You know what I mean? Let's just sell him, get a couple herbs, get a couple spices. At least we got some in return, but we still get to get rid of him. What y'all think about that? Ready, break. Come on, bro. You see how they devised the entire plan? Put him in a pit with no water? They don't want this man to have no medicine with him. They trying to take his belief away from him. They want him to lose faith because they don't have none. Give me Sirach 7 and 12. What if your family put you in a pit? How you gonna react? You still gonna have faith? Not knowing the future, not knowing what they planning to do, not knowing if they gonna offer you at that specific moment. You still gonna have faith? You still gonna believe? I even give you a story about today. You get a flat tire, you still gonna have faith? You still gonna be able to make it to where you going, or you just gonna give up hope? And say it is what it is? Man, read this for me, y'all.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 12.
Read.
Devise not a lie against thy brother.
Read that again.
Devise not a lie against thy brother.
This whole thing has been a lie. And they're not even done lying yet. Read.
Neither do the like to thy friend.
This is not even just a friend. This is their brother. Say, do not delight to thy friend, but you're not supposed to lie on your brother, and you're not even supposed to do this to your brother.
Bring it
Because
out.
the word brother actually holds weight.
That's right.
The word brother actually means something. A lot of people use that word real loosely. People you be calling your brother not your brother, bro.
That's right.
Bring it out.
They not. Read.
Use not to make any manner of lie, for the custom thereof is not good.
It's not good. It's not a part of our custom to be lying on our brothers. Guess what? Bearing false witness. Ain't that in the 10? Jump down to verse 18 for me, brother.
Verse 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means.
They over there with spicery. They over there with myrrh. They thinking about all the things they can get for the life of their brother. They don't know what these Ishmaelites gonna do to their brother. And they don't care. Read.
Neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir.
Is Joseph not a faithful brother? If not the most faithful of all of them right now. He the only one on his journey being unwavered by the attack from this darkness of this world, which is his brothers. He the only one. Let's go ahead and finish it out, man. Give me Genesis 37 and 28. 37 and 28. See how this shake out.
Genesis 37 and 28.
Read.
Then there passed by Midianite merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt.
Don't 20 shekels of silver, 20 pieces of silver sound real familiar? Don't that sound real familiar? Being sold for some silver? Y'all ever heard of Judas?
Bring it out.
Hey, bro, read for me, y'all.
And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes.
Reuben was planning on coming back to get his brother. Come to find out, they done sold him already. Because you probably know what? When they heard, or they probably seen the spirit on Reuben that he really didn't want to do it, they stopped talking to him. They took him out of all the planned meetings. Read.
And he returned unto his brethren, and said, the child is not, and I, whither shall I go?
Man, where is he going to go without his brother? Read.
And they took Joseph's coat, and killed a kid of the goats, and dripped the coat in the blood.
Jump down to verse 34 to me, brother.
Verse 34. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his son many days.
Bro, they even took it to the point to where they made the father think he was dead. All because the father loved him more. Your beloved son, yeah, he gone. What you gonna do now? You gonna love me now? Read up.
And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning.
Read.
Thus his father wept for him.
Read.
And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard.
So he didn't even stay with the Ishmaelites. He got sold again. He just switching hands. Give me Psalms 50 and 19. Y'all see how evil this is, man? Whatever your long suffering requires, you got to be able to believe throughout that time. Because I guarantee you, whatever you dealing with, that's what the Lord going to attack you with. Because he want to see if you really about his business. And the way to make sure a servant is loyal is you got to put him through the fire. We used to do that a lot here in the body, bro. We get new brothers, new sisters, we put you in the fire. The best way to learn is to put you in the fire. And that's what Christ does. Whatever you dealing with, that's the fire he gonna put on you. That's the fire. Whatever in your spirit is unsatisfied, whatever that lust is, lasciviousness, whatever that enviness, whatever that malice, that anger, whatever you got going on in your spirit, that's what the Lord gonna test you with. You dealing with anger, somebody gonna cut you off in traffic. Somebody gonna call you out your name for no reason. That's how he gonna test you, bro. He gotta see if you really about his business. Do you really believe? Read this for me, y'all.
Psalm 50:19.
Read.
Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
This is the spirit of his brothers, bro. This is the spirit of his brothers, and all of the brothers in this book and this story of our forefathers who was willing to go that extra mile to deceive the masses and kill their brothers. Read.
Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
Read.
Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine the same brothers that you grew up with in the same household? Y'all eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. Y'all go to school together. Y'all on the playground together. Y'all fighting together. These are the same brothers that's trying to off you because you special.
That's right.
Because the Lord chose you. Being a star, you get the same attention like if you had a lot of money. If they found out you was a millionaire or you had $1 million life policy and they was the beneficiaries, you'll see how many people really love you.
Bring it out.
But that's what the issue is. It says they giving mouth to evil, thy tongue framed with deceit. They lied this entire time. They probably was playing in Joseph's face, to be honest, hating behind his back while he's still showing love. Read.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
This is what they think. This is why they think they get away with it. The Lord said, I seen this stuff and I kept silent. Read.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Y'all thought I agreed with what y'all did. Y'all thought it was cool to kill your brother. Y'all thought it was cool to bear false witness against your brother.
Bring it out.
Y'all thought it was cool that you took all of your energy and your time not to focus on what you had going on, but to come and ruin your brother's life.
Teach. Bring it out.
You had all that time. You could have fixed your life by now.
That's right.
Man, read.
But I will reprove thee.
I'm going to do what?
But I will reprove thee.
Read.
And set them in order before thine eyes.
I'm going to set them in order before thy eyes, and this is why you got to have faith.
That's right.
You got to believe that this is what the Lord is going to do. When people get beside themselves, people trying to step on you, people trying to tell you you not as good, telling you you not great, telling you that the Lord is not with you, telling you this is not your journey, this is not what you're supposed to be doing with your life, trying to tell you your goals and how you're supposed to be moving.
Teach.
The Lord don't deal with that, bro.
That's right.
The Lord got you on a mission. The purpose is are you gonna finish that mission? That's the goal, finishing the mission. Because that's how you walk with Christ. Christ had a mission. He finished that mission, bro.
That's right. That's right.
We didn't heard about all the stuff Christ went through. He dropping miracles, people trying to kill him at the feast. We're trying to have a good time.
Bring it out.
Your brother's just trying to tell you his dreams and tell you what the Lord has given unto him. And guess what? You want to kill him because he didn't tell it to you. Read.
Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver.
They forgot the Lord and Savior, bro. The brothers, they forgot who the Lord was. They forgot the gift they was given. Didn't the brothers get land? Like, man, I'm telling you, bro. Give me Jeremiah 15:15. Let's see what Jeremiah had to go through. For all my brothers and sisters that got them goals and aspirations, long suffering come with that.
That's right.
Falling down come with that. Didn't it say a righteous man, he gonna fall down 7 times, but he gonna get up 8?
That's right.
Because you never stop believing. You never stop believing. But if you aren't willing to take that risk, ain't no reward on the other end either.
Teach.
Read this for me, y'all.
Jeremiah 15:15.
Read.
O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors.
Read.
Take me not away in thy long suffering.
Read.
Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke.
Did Joseph not suffer rebuke for the Christ's sake?
Teach.
Did he not suffer rebuke for the father's sake?
Bring it out.
His own father disagreed with him. Read.
Thy words were found, and I did eat them.
Read.
And thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart.
Read.
For I am called by thy name, O Lord God of hosts.
Read.
I sat not in the assembly of the mockers, nor rejoiced.
His brothers was mocking him the entire time. He wasn't rejoicing in that. He was trying to show him love. No matter how you feel about me, he was still saying, I'm your brother. No matter how you feel about me, I'm still your son. Read.
I sat alone because of thine hand.
Was Joseph not alone? The whole house turned on Joseph. Read.
For thou hast filled me with indignation.
Read.
Why is my pain perpetual?
Why is this happening to me? Don't you feel like that sometimes?
Yes, sir.
Stuff not going right? I mean, it can literally be like 2 or 3 weeks where you like, ain't nothing going right.
Teach.
I don't even want to go outside today because I might not make it back to the crib.
Teach.
Read.
And my wound incurable.
Read.
Which refuseth to be healed. Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar?
This is where that disbelief start kicking in, bro. When things really start getting bad, you start to ask them questions, bro. Am I really supposed to be doing this? Lord, is this really what you got me doing? You can ask questions, but don't lose faith, bro. Don't lose faith. Don't leave an opening for that disbelief.
That's right.
Read.
Wilt thou be altogether unto me as a liar?
Read.
And as waters that fail?
Man, read on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, if thou return, then will I bring thee again.
Read.
And thou shalt stand before me.
All you got to do is stick with me, bro. I got you. That's all Christ's saying, bro. I got you. I'm going to show you what this love really feel like. I'm going to show you that what you done been through is going to be worth it. Read.
And if thou take forth the precious from the vial, thou shalt be as my mouth.
I'm going to speak through you. Read.
Let them return unto thee, but return not thou unto them.
Read.
And I will make thee unto this people a fence brazen wall.
Read.
And they shall fight against thee.
Was Joseph not that wall for his brothers? They fighting against him, but they don't know this is not a battle that they can win. He's a wall. Let's see. Read.
But they shall not prevail against thee.
This is where that faith come in. Let's read.
For I am with thee to save thee.
To do what?
To save thee.
Read.
And to deliver thee.
To do what?
And to deliver thee.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
You got to have faith that he really about his business, bro.
Teach.
This is what I mean by long suffering. Don't lose faith in time of trouble.
That's right.
Because when you got faith, this is how the Lord moving. Whatever you are dealing with in your own mind or caused by other people, do not let that affect the journey. Do not let that affect the road that you are on, the path that you are on.
That's right.
Because in your mind, the Spirit of Christ, you want to be great. Everybody has greatness and everybody has a mission that they're supposed to be on.
That's right.
That's why you're not supposed to be envious of your brother, because he's on his own journey. You don't know what he's dealing with. He don't know what you're dealing with. But y'all are fighting beside each other because you serve the same Lord.
That's right.
Man, we're supposed to be fighting together. That don't mean we don't go through problems.
That's right.
But that's what real support is. Christ is showing you real support. If you down for me, I'm down for you.
That's right. Right. Teach.
Why your family can't be like that? Because your family is those who follow Christ. And this is why he said that. This is why Christ said that. Who is my mother and my father? I don't know them. Read.
And I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked.
Read.
And I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible.
You must believe that, bro. You must believe that. And you really got to believe it in your time of trouble. Actually, all praise to the Most High, man. Give me Galatians. Let me find it real quick. 2016. Man, thought I knew where I was. I hit my head. Bear with me, man. I'm gonna find it later. Give me Romans 14 and 22. Romans 14 and 22. You really got to believe that, man. Because without that faith, we let the scripture speak, man. Read this for me out.
Romans 14 and 22. Hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before God.
Read.
Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he allowed.
So that thing that you dealing with, don't condemn yourself with that.
That's right.
The Lord know what you're going through. He know winds coming in at 80 miles per hour.
That's right.
Trying to knock the foundation down.
That's right.
He know that you built your house on him.
That's right.
But when you don't build your house on him, it's coming down, bro.
That's right.
It's coming down.
That's right.
Read.
And he that doubteth is damned if he eat.
So if you doubting already, you're going to turn your back on the Most High and His Son.
Thanks.
Because if you doubt and that doubt come in and you actually condemn yourself with that doubt, you're going to turn. And you're going to start believing all that wind that's coming through your house.
Bring it out.
You're not going to stand on them 10 that the Lord gave you. Read on up.
Because he eat not of faith.
You're not eating of faith. Read.
For whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It says what you eat that's not of faith is sin. Don't that make sense? You going in the wrong direction if you don't have faith.
Bring it out.
You're going downhill if you don't have faith.
Every time.
You ever heard of a successful person? Anybody that you look up to, worldly or not? Have you ever heard them say that they didn't need faith to be successful?
Bring it out.
When times got hard, they didn't need to. They did it all by. People tell you they did it all by themselves. Nobody, bro. You got God in your corner.
That's right.
Make it make sense.
Christ got your back. And if you believe that, you can never fail.
Facts.
Long-suffering. Don't bring me back up the please, brother. I don't think they heard it the first time. Having or showing patience in spite of trouble, especially those caused by other people. That's what this is about.
That's right.
That's what this is about. Because you know the times that you have an opportunity to mess your life up is in them time of trouble.
That's right.
When you get filled with that anger, you have an opportunity to ruin everything the Most High has given you.
Teach.
When you condemn yourself with that old man, that old spirit, you have an opportunity to ruin everything that the Most High has done for you. But if you're not willing to go through long suffering and have faith and believe, the Lord can't deal with you, bro. Because hard times come with it. Galatians 6 and 9. Tell you, boy, these phones good for something, man. I gotta find it. Read this for me out.
Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing.
Read.
For in due season we shall reap, if we faint not.
If we what?
If we faint not.
If we what?
If we faint not.
You can't faint in time of trouble. Actually, Proverbs 24 and 10. I heard this scripture, man, when I was still going to the Christian church. And for some reason, it resonated with me. And this is like top 5, one of my favorite scriptures because it keep me motivated. It keep me motivated because it's real. You can't, it's short, simple, and you can't escape it. Read this for me, y'all.
Proverbs 24 and 10.
Read.
If thou faint in the day of adversity,
read.
Thy strength is small.
Thy strength is what?
Thy strength is small.
You're weak.
That's right.
Break it out.
Come on now.
Bro, that's as simple as it can be. If times get hard and you faint, you're weak.
That's right. Teach that.
But when your wife tell you that, it sound bad. It sound bad when the wife had to tell you, hey man, when these bills need to get paid, they don't get paid, you're weak. You know what I mean? You know the rest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When you're not handling business, she call you, you know what I'm saying? But the Bible just said, if you faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Because your strength is the Lord.
That's right.
He gives you that strength. Who do you think you be needing to push through? You need Christ. Because guess what? Christ never fails you.
That's right.
Mama, daddy, sister, brother, they gonna fail, bro, every single time. Because you're putting them up to the standard of your Lord and Savior, and nobody can live up to that. Nobody. 2 Timothy 3:10. Start knocking them out, brothers. All praises, man. All praises. Read this for me out.
2 Timothy 3:10.
Read.
But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life,
Read.
purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium,
Read.
at Lystra. All the Lord delivered me.
Yeah.
What persecutions I endured.
What persecutions I endured. Read.
But out of them, all the Lord delivered me.
He did what?
Delivered me.
Bro, this is where that faith comes. No matter what you're going through, the Lord said he came to save you. Out of them 99 sheep, he came to save one.
That's right. Teach.
And he said, all the persecutions that I endured, the Lord, out of all of them, delivered me. So you can feel like after that first problem, all right, the Lord saved me this time. But if that next problem come too fast, you start to lose that faith. Cause you're like, man, I just got out of the woods. I thought I was straight.
Bring it out.
Nah, we still testing. Read on out.
Yea, and all that will live godly in Christ.
All that will live godly in Christ, read.
Shall suffer persecution.
They gonna do what?
Shall suffer persecution.
Bro, this comes with the job description.
Bring it out.
You're gonna suffer persecution. Living godly ain't for the weak.
That's right.
It's not. People constantly changing on you. You doing better for your life, and guess what? Everybody hating. I bet you never thought the person that raised you was gonna be the one that's hating on you.
Bring it out.
I bet you never thought mama started hating on you. What about dad? I bet you never thought dad would start hating on you. Your brother, one you used to play football with, he hating on you now. Because you trying to live godly. You trying to bring him to the light. Then you start to really figure out the difference in light and darkness, and you start to figure out you got to separate yourself.
That's right.
Because those that want to live in darkness, bro, they want to bring you in with them.
Bring it out.
It's bad, bro. Sirach 2:10. Sirach 2:10. Long-suffering, don't lose faith in time of trouble. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 10.
Read.
Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Please, somebody answer that question. Has anybody ever trusted in the Lord and was confounded? Anybody? We done read about Moses. We done read about Joseph. We done read about Christ. We read about Jeremiah. And you really could read about everybody.
Bring it out.
When they trusted in the Lord, they were straight. Even those that came and returned back to the Lord after doing wrong was good. Because he wants you to come back. Read.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Did anybody abide in the fear of the Lord and was forsaken? When y'all find it, let me know. Read.
Or did he ever despise, or whom did he ever despise?
Read.
That called upon him?
When you call on the Lord, don't he answer? And sometimes he answers real fast. You
right.
better watch what you asking for, because sometimes he might give it to you the next day.
That's right.
Lord, I need you to show me a sign. Get rid of all these people that I don't need in my life. And hey, bro, they'll be gone tomorrow. Argument. And you be like, man, is it happening now? Is it happening now? Man, read on.
For the Lord is full of compassion
Read.
and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful. and forgiveth sin.
What he do?
And forgiveth sins.
Read.
And saveth in time of affliction.
Bro, he gonna save you every single time.
That's right.
You would think if you had a father that saved you out of every time that you was afflicted, that you would stop getting in trouble.
Bring it out.
I feel like I'm burdening you.
Jeez.
I feel like I'm getting on your nerves now. Every time I'm in trouble, there he is. Hey, bro, every time I look up, he right there. Read on for me, out.
Woe be to the fearful hearts.
Read.
And faint hands.
Read.
And the sinner that goeth two ways.
You can't go both ways with the Most High and his son. You got to pick your master, bro. Read.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. For he believeth not.
He do what?
He believeth not.
When you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Read.
Therefore, shall he not be defended?
He not going to be what?
Shall he not be defended?
He going to leave you out there to dry.
That's right.
He going to hang you out to dry. That's what I meant. My apologies. He not going to show up because you've been two-faced with him. You call on him when things are going bad and you don't talk to him when things are going good. You don't give him all praises when things are going good. But soon as things go bad, man, Lord, you see I've been, you start jotting off your resume for the past 6 weeks. Read.
Woe unto you that have lost patience.
That have lost patience. Read.
And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
When you gave up and you really didn't believe in the Lord, he was going to come. Because what they say, he don't come on your time, but he always what?
On time.
He always on time, bro.
That's right.
He there when you need him, not when you want him.
That's right.
And you don't believe that until you need him, bro. Until you need him. Call on him every day. Be a faithful servant. Charge yourself with that duty to show the man that saved you every time you're in trouble. Show him some real love because he's showing you.
That's right.
Give me Genesis 39:1. Wrap this thing on. Let's see what happened to Joseph, man. They done sold him. Then he got sold again. See what the Lord was planning. Read this for me, out.
Genesis 39. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt.
Read.
And Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph. And he was a prosperous man.
He was a what?
And he was a prosperous man.
So you telling me that dreamer that all his brothers were hating on, put him in the head, sold him for a couple spices, now he a prosperous man, the Lord always had his back? Read.
And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian.
See, most people won't see that as a blessing. He still got a master. He with the Egyptians. Read.
And his master saw that the Lord was with him.
Remember when I told y'all that people know when you different? People know when you the prophet that is among them. People know when you the leader. People can see that spirit on you. I don't care what nobody says. I tell a quick story about our bishop. We was out there going crazy. Downtown Dallas, as usual. We were still white and black, I believe. Bishop had just started teaching classes. And I forgot, it was, brothers started coming down there, controversy. They came around the fence yelling, we think we about to get in a fight. Guess what our bishop do? He pull out that Bible, bro. He pull out that Bible. I'm pretty sure we spit out about 12 scriptures in a matter of 30 seconds. But right after that camp, you know what I told my brother? I said, hey, man, I don't know what's going on, but I'm following you, brother. You can ask yourself, bro. Ain't no cap in my rap. I'm just being honest. You can see the difference in brothers.
That's right.
You can see it. How you think the coach picked the captains of the football team?
Bring it out.
How you think they know who the star of the basketball team? It's a lot of good scorers, but can you lead?
Bring it out.
Read this for me, Yop.
Verse 3. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand.
Do you think Joseph knew this was coming when he was being downed by his own family?
Teach.
Bring it out.
Did you think he knew this was on the other side, or he just had faith? He just knew that he was in good hands. Give me Proverbs 16:7. Read that for me out.
Proverbs 16:7.
Read.
When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace
How
with
he
him.
prosperous in another man's country?
Teach.
How? He got a whole master ahead of him, and he like, bro, I know the Lord with you. You do whatever you please.
Bring it out.
I don't want no smoke. Back to Genesis 39:4.
Genesis 39 and verse 4.
Read.
And Joseph found grace in his sight and served him. And he made him overseer over his house.
He made him what?
Overseer over his house.
Read.
And all that he had put into his hand.
Read.
And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake.
For whose sake?
For Joseph's sake.
Bro, I don't even like the Egyptians. But since you over there, I'm going to bless them. Everything you touch, everything that is around you will be blessed. Because you what? A humble and faithful servant.
That's right.
When you was going through your trials and tribulations, you never lost faith in me. You held me down. I got your back because you got mine. Read.
And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house.
Read.
And in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand. And he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
This is what happens when you got faith in the Lord. This is what happens when you going through that valley and you feel like you in that dark abyss. Ain't no light in there. You can't see. Times is looking hard. Money is looking short. But you got faith in the Messiah. He gonna pull you out every single time.
That's right.
Pull you out every single time. It's just like you digging for gold. Soon as you give up, but you didn't know the gold was only one more foot away. But since you gave up, you will never find that treasure. St. Matthew 5:10. Don't lose that faith, man. Because the reason it's so important to say long suffering is because you lose faith when the troubles come. Everybody got faith when stuff is going good.
Bring it out.
Gas tank filled up. Just got a fresh cut, going to buy some clothes. Take the wife out to eat. Life is great. It's grand. Work is going well. You just got promoted. Ain't nobody think about no bad times.
That's right.
But when you, that rent due in 2 days and you ain't got it, car breaking down, wife unhappy.
Teach.
Hey, bro, that faith, you start to look real shaky.
Teach.
Read this for me out.
St. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10.
Read.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Read.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Read.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
Did this not happen to Joseph? Word for word? It say ye men, but these was his brothers. Let's be specific. Read on.
Rejoice and be exceeding glad.
Read.
For great is your reward in heaven.
See, brothers aren't able to look at that. Brothers just look at the now. They look at what they're going through right now. How can they fix what they're going through right now?
Bring it out.
They want to build their treasures up here. They want to look good right now. They don't want to build their treasures up in heaven. They got to wait for that. Long suffering. You got to wait for that. People very impatient. But when you got that patience, you see what the Lord will do for you. Give it back tenfold.
Bring it out.
Read.
For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Read.
Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt had lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Give me St. Luke 12 and 22. We're going to end it on this, man. St. Luke 12:22. Man, I hope y'all really got to understand what that long suffering is really about. You can't lose faith in time of trouble. Trouble gonna come. It's here, and it's here to stay. Because without trouble, we can't grow. If everything went as you planned it, you will never know how to react when things don't go your way. You ever seen a spoiled child not get his way? Get to throwing temper tantrums, falling out on the ground. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's how you will look as an adult. Read this for me, y'all.
St. Luke chapter 12, verse 24.
Read.
Consider the raven.
Start at verse 22, brother.
Verse 22.
Read.
And he said unto his disciples,
Read.
Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Read.
What ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on.
Because I got you. Read.
The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment.
There's bigger things to focus on. Read.
Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn.
Read.
And God feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls?
If I feed them, why would I not feed you? Read.
And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take ye thought for the rest?
Read.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you, that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
Read.
If then God so clothed the grass, which is today in the field,
Read.
and tomorrow is cast into the oven,
Read.
how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith?
Oh, yeah. What?
O ye of little faith.
Read.
And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things.
He know what you need, bro. Read.
But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Y'all see what that faith do? When you got faith in the Most High, look at all the stuff you ain't even got to worry about. Food, water, raiment, your basics of life. You got a place to stay. How many times you really missed a meal, bro?
Bring it out.
When you've been loyal to the Most High, how many days you went without water? How many days did you not have clothes on your back? This is that faith. When you got faith, the Lord, the whole purpose of this is to show you that when you got faith in the Most High and His Son, He got your back. You don't have to think about nothing. I got you. Say less. But on that note, man,